Pittsburgh Steelers traveling on the road, trying to get back in the winning column against Cincinnati. Pittsburgh won that ball game 44-38. Pittsburgh now sitting at 9-3, atop the division, the AFC North, controlling their own destiny. What was the biggest takeaway from that ball game for you, Pat P, watching the Steelers just dominate the Bengals?
Russell Wilson throwing for 400 yards, and here's why. This is what we needed to see from the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, especially coming off the performance that they had against the Cleveland Browns. I know the elements kind of played a part in that ball game, but the Cincinnati Bengals defense is atrocious. Like, they can't guard anybody. They can't really stop anybody. So for me going into this game, I wanted to see if Pittsburgh was going to be able to do what everybody else were able to do. Good teams are able to do, and that's put up points on the scoreboard on that defense. And they was able to do that drive after drive after drive again. Russell looked unbelievable, throwing for 410 yards. The running game was super solid with 110 yards on the ground. And just the defense. I know people are going to be like, the Pittsburgh defense is supposed to be so great, but they gave up 34 points. Two of those touchdowns were really garbage points.
Yeah. And also, too, remember, it was a pick six for Cincinnati in the first quarter.
Exactly. And it was a pick six in the first quarter.
Yep.
If you go back and watch the game in totality, the defense played lights out by making countless turnovers. T.J. Watt pretty much starting the party. Then you had Nick Herbert getting another strip sack. Then Dante Jackson with a huge interception off T. Higgins. So they forced the Bengals to have to play perfect. And when you have to play perfect, it's so much more pressure on you. And that's what the Pittsburgh Steelers were able to do, going there and put up 40-something points. And I would have been very, very worried if they was not able to put up any points against this struggling defense in Cincinnati.
Well said. Definitely, I agree with you in terms of the defense the offense was facing off against. Every other good team with good quarterback play has exploited those matchups in their favor and scored points. So you needed to see that. Then you also wanted to see what could be done, what could the offense do if the defense is allowing points. Now, to your point, there were some garbage points at the end, but they were going toe for toe in the first 2.5 quarters. Cincinnati scored. Remember the pick six that jump-started everything. Russell came right back down and scored. Cincinnati scored. Russell scored. So that is a confidence builder for this offense moving forward. And this was a cool nugget that I didn't know about until after the game. Russell's 414 yards that he threw against Cincinnati is his second highest passing total in his career.
Yeah.
In his career, in a moment where people felt like his tank was almost empty. He was towards the end of his career more so than anything else. Russell has shown all of you, naysayers and haters, that he still has what it takes to be able to be a high-level quarterback, and that his best is yet to come. And for all, one thing I don't understand and I don't really agree with. When you watch certain analysts talk about the recapping of games, and now everybody is applauding Pittsburgh and blah, 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 and saying, yeah, Russ this, Russ that. Y'all were the same ones who said Pittsburgh was going to finish last in the division.
Dead last. This is going to be Coach Tomlin's first losing season.
The first losing season going to happen this year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, you got Cleveland, who's coming back, who's going to be healthy. You got Cincinnati, who's going to be healthy. You got Lamar. All y'all was talking all that foolishness, talking about Pittsburgh going to miss the playoffs. Mike Tomlin going to have his first losing season. They don't have a quarterback because Russ ain't the answer. Justin Fields ain't the answer. Well, how about now?
Number 3 in the AFC overall.
Yeah. So don't do that now. No, just talk about what you see, but don't talk in terms of you knew this was going to happen. You felt like this team would be dead last. Or best case scenario, Pat, finish third in division. Yeah. They control their own destiny, and they're looking really, really good now. And now you talking about they could be a Super Bowl contender. Nah, don't do that. See, over here in All Things Covered, we know ball. We talk ball, we know ball. But we don't do it. No, we don't do that. We talk ball and we know ball. Some of y'all don't know ball like that. Need to get some shirts too. We know ball.